Hi guys, I thought it might be fun to do a little auditing. Nobody's requested me to do it, but I just thought it might be fun to go through some shops that I find on eRank and Profittree and just see some of the things that shops are doing, maybe both good and bad. Here is the first shop. I am not going to be showing shop names, and if I do, it's not on purpose. So hopefully, hopefully I don't do that. This shop does have over 200 listings, so I noticed they have a lot of listings. They have over 6,000 sales, and Profit Tree is estimating their total revenue over 28,000. Of course, we don't know what percentage of that is profit. They do seem to be selling a lot of seeds. So this is the breakdown of their products. Most of them are flowers. I do know that there is some issue with people selling flower seeds on Etsy that are basically not real, and even though they have bad reviews, people continue to buy them. That doesn't seem to be the case here because there are over 4-star reviews for her. This is the review, 4.6 on average. So that's pretty good across 428 reviews, 5 months, and over 6,000 sales. So a lot of people are adding these to their cart. So that's very interesting to me. I don't think I would have ever thought to purchase seeds on Etsy. And these are some of the reviews. They came up already, waiting to see the colors. Seed sprouted in 7 days. Looking forward to adding. So they're getting good reviews. So these seem to be actual flowers. I do find it interesting that they don't really have much here. I can't remember if this is one of those areas where Etsy doesn't give you a lot of space to type. There's one area where you can't really type a whole lot. It might be this one. They list their name as Creative Genius. That is not their shop name. That's just what they're listing as their owner name. Interesting. No picture, which I also find interesting. I guess if you have a way to sell seeds, you might want to consider it because this person is doing really well. This is the next shop that we're going to look at. So this person is selling psychic readings. I know for religious purposes, some people are okay with that, some people aren't. Obviously, we're going to put our personal feelings aside. We are just looking at this strictly for business purposes. So this person only has 15 active listings, but has over 100 sales per day on average, over 22,000 sales. Shop has only been open for 4 months, and they are in the top 1% of Etsy. That is unreal. I feel a little bad because her picture's here, but I mean, if she's comfortable putting her picture on listings, then I'm comfortable sharing it. I'm not going to show her shop name, but Profit Tree does show over $600,000 in revenue, and I would imagine that a huge amount of that is also profit because of the fact that this is not really, I don't think you're being sent anything. I think we're just doing readings. Um, I guess, looks like it's kind of a low price. Let's see what it actually includes. Okay, so I had to show this screen in order to not reveal the shop name, but basically she has a lot of really good reviews, and what it seems to include is actually a written report. It's not actually like a phone. I thought this was going to be like a phone call or a video chat. It's actually a written report. Like this is one for career, and it says you'll get a delivered private Etsy message. So, but she has such good reviews, it's actually making me wonder, should I ask her how my Etsy shop is going to do in the future because it's slowed down a little bit this month? I will note she does have a banner and she has her about section filled out quite a bit. I didn't want to show it here because it has her shop name in there. She has a picture of herself, and it does say here, see details for return, but I will say inside of her listings, it says due to the nature of the item, no returns are allowed. So anyway, that's how she has it filled out. And her shop is definitely much more filled out than the last one we looked at. This is another one that I found, and this one was listed as being home and living, so I was really excited. I was like, oh, good, maybe home decor. And it turns out we have another tarot reading, only 40 listings, over $190,000 estimated revenue by Profit Tree. I'm just covering the shop name here, but much like the last shop, this person has a pretty well filled out about section. There's actually a video here or a sliding carousel and quite a bit of information down here. She also has an average rating of over 4.9 review stars. So people seem to be pretty happy with her. So here is one that is in the jewelry field. This person has 60 listings, an average of 35 sales a day, over 6,000 sales, and the shop is only 5 months old. They are in the top 3% of Etsy shops. So this person has an average review of over 4.9, and it seems like they're selling a lot of ornaments and these custom ring dishes. I will say they have some that have university names on them, and I'm not sure that you're allowed to do that, this personalized university, because they're putting at times university picture and a name on there. So I just don't know if that's allowed or not. Yeah, this seems like a more legit shop. This person does have a banner and it looks quite nice. In their about section, they only have a little bit of text, no picture, no video. These are a couple of the ones that I'm just not really sure, like, are you allowed to use this stuff? You guys tell me because I'm really not sure. So they had their sales history turned off on Etsy, but inside of eRank, we can see that this is their primary winner, though this one also made them over 4,000 in revenue. But it is that custom university ring dish that has made them a majority of their revenue this year. And it did say that they were fulfilling through Printify on their site. I was determined to find somebody that is doing something more like unique or real, quote unquote. And I found this shop, which is really exciting. This is a digital download only shop. She has only 48 listings, has only been on Etsy for 4 months, and she has a revenue of over $36,000 projected by Profit Tree, which on a digital download shop is going to be almost entirely all profit other than Etsy fees and maybe like if you're using Canva or whatever subscription services. But outside of that, that is incredible. She does have this really nice banner up here, and she also has her about section filled out. This is what her about section looks like. She has a picture of herself. It seems, obviously anything could be AI, but it seems like that's probably her. And she has this long kind of introductory message about her and about the shop. It says that everything is a digital download and explains how you access the files. Check it out, you guys. She is one of the only people I have ever seen that has this frequently asked questions filled out, and she has a lot of the information here. I only recently even figured out how you can fill that in. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is a big one that a lot of people miss. So it's kind of complicated how you find it, but I know there's YouTube videos about it. But anyhow, I would definitely put some information in here because it signals to Etsy that your shop is more complete. I don't even have this many. I have like 2 or 3 only. So, highly recommend you consider throwing some stuff in your frequently asked questions. And great job for her. Congratulations. How are we feeling about those shops? Obviously, don't ever just straight up copy from somebody else, just use it as inspiration. That last shop, I think, is showing that there is really strong demand for digital downloads that are toys or games. So, certainly wouldn't go copying what she's done, but if you're a creative person, is there some type of digital download that you could add to your shop that might make sense in the toys and games area? Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious what you think of all those seed and tarot shops that we're seeing on Etsy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.